Greetings, peace be with you. So in this video, I'm just going to reveal to you this one book that I've literally listening for the third time as we speak right now. I was like, I need to get this message out there. I want to finish this book up right now for the third time, but just shoot a quick video. And this book, I mean, look, I have been consuming a lot of content, right? I mean, reading and all these different books and like all the time, right? But nothing has really hit me to such a level as this book right now. Okay, this is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, right? You can literally, like right now, you don't even need to watch the rest of this video if you're convinced, but I'm gonna tell my story about how I came across it, right? You can literally get this for free on YouTube. Like just type in As a Man Thinketh audiobook and you'll find it there. But I'm telling you, like, I listened to it in the morning, right? I was like, okay, I have like an open schedule right now, and like I just want to take that time to contemplate what my next actions are, right? And I just was listening to a podcast of Bob Proctor, and he was on the School of Greatness, which is another podcast which I really vibe with. And he said that there's just a couple of books that he reads again and again and again, and it's actually the difference between reading it and studying it. And that was like a light bulb moment for me. I'm like, okay, I've been reading a lot. Like I've been putting in the time, putting up the books. Of course, I'm implementing a lot of that stuff. But the essence, like the truth is one, right? It's like what needs to be done right now in order to move me towards my vision, right? But then anything that holds you back from that is anything that is not serving you, right? That is something that is really, it comes down to in this day and age, the dopamine hacking system, right? Like all of this digital distraction, all of these quick spikes of dopamine, all of this has literally programmed the mass of men to do the easy thing over the right thing, right? To do the instant gratification right now because it feels good, because the dopamine feels good. And in the long term, that is just damaging to the well being, right? I went through that for a long time, just engaging in habits that didn't serve me, that I knew were against my own best interest. And then just by doing them anyway, I realized that, okay, my body had become my mind, right? In my mind, I knew intellectually, I know this is the right thing for me. I need to get up early. I need to be eating healthy, you know? But just bodily, I had been conditioned with that dopamine hacking system going on, right? And there's just a bunch of stuff that's playing on that system to get the attention. But really, like if you do one thing, like I said, just go open up a new tab on YouTube and As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. It's literally like a 50-minute audiobook, right? I don't know if someone's lurking in the darkness over there, but literally it's 50 minutes, right? I listened to it like twice already. I was literally walking in my garden right now and listening to it for the third time, and it's like that's what Bob Proctor was saying. Like these ideas, these principles, just like practice them. You don't need to get too many books. You don't need to like read all the time. You don't need to be, of course, do that because you have a love of learning. You have a love of improving. You always know there's another level, but there's some material that really each time you come to it, you get something different, right? I can read through a lot of books, but that's just spreading the surface too thin, right? Rather than actually going deep with one book and like embodying all the principles of it. Bob Proctor talked about Think and Grow Rich, right? That's something that I'm reading for like the fourth time right now. As a Man Thinketh, right? He was talking about these are the two most important things, books that he's been, and he's 83 years old. Okay, he's 83 years old. He's been on the personal development journey than anyone that I know, at least. Like he started in his 20s and he's 83, and listening to that podcast, feeling his energy, man, like it's crazy. He had more energy than a lot of like 20-year-olds, right? And he was saying that he was listening to Think and Grow Rich. He was reading that every single day. He was listening to As a Man Thinketh again and again, because as a man thinketh, so he is in his heart, right? At the end of the day. And it's just 50 minutes, but it's so deep. Like literally, I was in tears. I was in tears when I was listening to it. And I've never been hit that way with the book. I was listening to the audiobook. So definitely, if there's one thing you need to do right now is to listen to this, take the 50 minutes, and it's just going to hit you on so many different levels. Like I told you, I was crying like at three moments in the book where you just reached that punchline after building up to it. And I was like, wow, man, like that's, I felt it in my heart, man. And if just more people were consuming this type of information rather than, you know, this mainstream fear mongering at this, like on a collective level, we can keep spreading these vibes and keep getting this empowerment message out there, right? Because we are more powerful than we have been conditioned to believe. And there are a lot of motives for that, right? The powers at play have an interest in keeping the masses asleep, because if they are asleep, then they don't think that they're empowered. They don't think that they have the ability to create the reality that they want, right? What does the creator do? What does the creator do? The creator creates, right? So it's in our hands to take that responsibility, to take back that power and continue making the decisions that allow us to express who we really are as individuations of divinity in this infinite field of infinity, right? And it's just a single point of awareness that is observing it all play out and realizing that it's just pure consciousness at the end of the day that is having all of these different experiences. And right now, go open up a new tab, listen to this audiobook right now, and it's just gonna really set things into perspective, because just this poetic way in which it was captured is like the words were put together so beautifully. It was like a poetic. Just go watch that right now, okay? And I will see you in the next video. As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. I think that's his name. And you'll find it a free audiobook on YouTube. Okay, do that right now, and I will see you soon. Hopefully, you have watched it the next time I see you.